I'm back in the wildflower section that I planted, and there's a few perennials in here that I want to transplant. This here is some sort of like fire sage. It makes the little flower. I think the hummingbirds like it. I have a lot of sages planted up front, so I want to see how many of these guys I can dig up through this bed here, see how they transplant. So the ground is really hard. Try to get a good root ball going. This at the base of it is cosmos that is like 7 feet tall. It's flowering right now. I could show that in a second. Cosmos, I have learned that you could probably just knock it down. I do believe there is another type of wildflower growing at the base of this. I'm gonna try to get it up too. Time to shovel. I mean, not bad for a root ball, not great either, but this is going to be the sage here. I have this little pot right here, basically going to backfill. Drop it in. There you go. That's one little sage there. Check out this cosmos though. So cosmos here, about 7 feet tall. Probably more than that actually, I'm lying. That's probably a good 10 feet tall. But those flowers are way up there. What's funny is that I learned that you can probably break cosmos down to where it's ground level, just don't let it get tall. You can see this is flowering down here. I ran this over with the lawnmower and it's growing perfectly fine. It's just laying flat across the ground here. Oh look, hey, what is this? Where is this little sage growing from? Alright, another little sage here that was growing at the base of this cosmos too. And now I can go ahead and try to rescue this one.
Another version of this is how this intersects.
Of course, ants. Of course, ants. Alright, let me get the tripod. Let me get set up right here. Dig this one up. Alright, so got the wild indigo here. Ant pile, base of the cosmos. Basically just gonna lift this up out of the soil. Alright, so see that's the cosmos there. Once again, just gonna put this guy in a pot. There you go. There's two. I'm gonna go ahead and walk through this little wildflower section, see what other sages I can find. I don't see any more on the border, but a lot of flowers growing up in here. We can come in and check some out. This is blanket flower, Indian blanket flower, blue mist flower, blanket. Oh, here you go. That's what I'm looking for. Dig up this perennial here. A lot of blanket flower. Alright, I'm gonna dig up this indigo, not indigo, sage. So in my little, what I call propagation station over here, I have these 3 sage plants that I dug up. I'm gonna give them a good water, get them to root well in these pots before I transplant them to my main bed. This area back here receives shade throughout most of the day, so it kind of gives the plants some time to recover and heal before I put them back in the full sun. But I'm gonna give them a good water here. Maybe. In the meantime, I have this old half of a dog crate. Fills up with water pretty well. So I'm gonna put these stages in there, dump some water in, and let it absorb from the ground up. So I have my propagation station here. It's a mess. It's been overgrown this season. A lot of plants have came into here. A lot of plants have already been planted. I have a lot I want to do in here. Clean up the weeds. Maybe lay some tarps down so I can smother the weeds. These wax myrtles here, plant to some bigger pots so they have room to really grow. And maybe I'll plant some of these flowers. So I started a lot of plants just in the ground. I would stick them down into the dirt, let them root, dig them up, put them in a pot. I think I have a couple more Pakistani mulberries in here I can dig up. Let me get to work, do some things. Alright. So in this spot here is a Pakistani mulberry that I rooted. It was actually one of many that I rooted this past spring. I planted a lot of them, and these are one hopefully I'll be selling in the future. They're really easy to propagate. Make a little money off of them, I feel. So I'm gonna get this one potted up though. So, Pakistani mulberry here. I'm gonna let this grow in this pot for a little bit, straighten it up a little. So I need a good way to drown out weeds in this whole area. Well, I ran into an issue here. Digging up this area, I noticed that there are termites in here. Fantastic. Not really. I'm concerned about the underside of the house. I need to go check it out. But they're everywhere. We're gonna spray. Call someone, get the house sprayed. Figure that out. Alright, so I kind of got the section cleaned up now. Laid the tarp down. Moved the plywood out of the way. Plywood had termites in it. Not too happy about it. This will do for now. Eventually I want to lay a concrete slab. Just need the money to do so. But yeah, just gotta clean up.